So I'm going to show you why I recommend Ladderback Jacquard for this hat. And when you turn it around, if you don't catch your floats or if you don't use ladderback, it's fine. Like, it's not going to go over any thumbs, it's not going to go over any ears, it doesn't really have to stretch, so it's okay. The problem is that because of these decrease panels right here, the hat is actually going to come in a little bit like this, and so then you end up with these floats being really loose and kind of gappy. So I recommend putting a double knit stitch right after each one of these panels. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm doing the snowflake, so my first row, or my first round of color work, only has one stitch per panel. And I'm going to put my ladderback stitch at the beginning of the next panel. So that's my central double decrease that I did on the last round. Bring both threads to the front. I'm going to do a make one right here. And I'm going to work that make one with my contrast color. And then I pull both threads to the back and continue working my main color. And that is going to force that stitch behind my central double decrease, and I can work it in the same place every single row, and I won't end up with the ugliness that happens usually when you catch your floats every single round in the same spot. And then I continue working my color work. Alright, so I've got a couple more rows done. And you can see on the inside it's looking a lot cleaner, and I don't have these huge long strings hanging out. I've got my ladder backs worked in here. And as you decrease your crown, you are going to run into these two stitches right here. Need to be slipped. That's my ladder back stitch, and that's the one that I need to knit. And so this ladder back stitch that I have used is now in the way of my central double decrease, so I'm going to show you how to fix that. Okay, so I'm ready to do my decrease, and as you can see, I've got these two stitches that I need to slip. That's my ladder back, and that is the one that I'm going to knit and pass the others over. And so this one is definitely in the way of me doing my decreases. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slip these two knitwise as you do. I'm going to take these two knitwise and I'm going to put them back on the needle in the opposite order. Then I'm going to knit my stitch, pass my slip stitches over, give them a little bit of a readjustment, bring my yarn to the front, work my ladder back, and we are good to go. Now, as you can see, I probably don't need this Ladderback Jacquard stitch right here at all. I was just keeping it. Honestly, I probably should have gotten rid of it right around here, but I wanted to keep it so that I could demonstrate what I just showed to you. So when you do want to get rid of it, all you need to do is make sure it's on the right hand side and knit it together, and that will force that stitch to the back of that work and make it completely invisible. It's gone, and now you can continue your knitting without it, because at this point you don't really need that much. All of my floats are going to be, you know, 5, maybe 6 stitches at the most, so I don't need those ladder backs anymore. Okay, it's time for us to take this guy off the needles. I left a short tail to weave in, and I'm leaving a longer tail, not too long, but just 8 inches maybe, to pull through my loops. Also, when it kind of gets close to the end, I like to use my magic circle as if they're double pointed needles, so that I don't have to use double pointed needles. We're just gonna slide all of these stitches onto my yarn needle. And just to secure it, I actually like to go through all of my stitches twice. Really pull that nice and snug. This is a cotton wool blend, so I can really kind of pull on it. But if you're using a wool that might break, you should put it through, tighten it, and then put it through again and tighten it again. And then we can stick this guy in here. We are ready to take off the markers, block it, and cover it in sparkly things.